Are you serious? Are you serious? The doomsday clock for global market crash has just moved to 1 minute to midnight. Are you serious? Yes. China's currency devaluation signals an end game, leaving the equity markets free to collapse under the weight of an impossible expectations. Get this, when the banking crisis crippled the global markets 7 years ago, central bankers stepped in as lenders of the last resort. You may have remembered it when all the quantitative easing was being done by the central bankers. And then of course they took the debt, threw it over on the private sector loans and moved it onto the public sector balance sheets, making the markets look more healthier than they really were. And then they did vast amount of printing and quantitative easing this play money, this monopoly money into the world markets to stabilize itself and give itself the economy time to heal. But time is running out because we're coming to the end of the Shemitah. If you understand the 7-year Shemitah cycle, you understand God doesn't play. And whether people want to believe in that law, God's laws are definite and defined. Just like this, what goes up must come down. The law of gravity is a God law. And you can say, well, I don't believe in gravity. Jump off a cliff, you'll crash. All right? You can say you don't believe in gravity if you don't want to, but it is a biblical law. Just like sowing and reaping is a biblical law. Well, the Shemitah is coming to an end, and this world is so full of idolatry and pagan worship that nobody in the world markets is really truly serving God. So what do we expect to happen on a global scale? Time is running out rapidly for China. From China to Brazil, the central banks have lost control, and at the same time, the global economy is grinding to a halt. It's only a matter of time before the clock of the stock markets collapses under the weight of their lofty expectations and record valuations that aren't real. It's a facade. Their stock market values have been nothing but a facade. The wolf on Wall Street's about ready to become the whimpering lamb. The FTSE 100's now erased its gains for the year, but there are signs things could even get a whole lot worse. China was the great savior of the world's economy back in 2008, but the launching of the unprecedented stimulus package, if you remember, and the TARP tax initiative to bail out the banks sparked an infrastructure investment boom. The ferocious demand for commodities to fuel this construction boom dragged along with oil and resource-rich emerging markets. But this has come to an end, folks. This has come to an end. So the People's Bank of China has pursued several measures to boost the fledgling economy. The rate of borrowing has been slashed during the past 12 months from 6% to 4.5%. Opting to value the currency was a last resort and signaled the great era of the Chinese growth is rapidly approaching its end game. And unfortunately for China, if Donald J. Trump, actually, if you go by his words, if he becomes president of the United States, he plans on putting huge tariffs on companies that have manufacturing jobs in China, India, and Mexico, and great tax incentive abatements for companies to bring those plants back to America. You will see a Chinese market literally tumble and a U.S. market begin to climb. That's if he's elected. Now, some of the others are elected. It's the status quo. It's the same old thing. The lobbyists fill their pockets, and we continue to see the jobs go overseas. I'm just telling you what will actually happen. I'm not endorsing anybody because there's some great people in here running. I mean, Dr. Ben Carlson. There's some really good, righteous people. So God's going to put the person in charge that He decides is going to run the free world, and he will be the 45th president, he or she, and whatever that is what we're going to get. So anyway, keep a close eye on these markets. Wow. Don't miss today's live broadcast. Starts at 12 noon Eastern. It will be powerful. It will be powerful, and we're going to monitor. I'll just check right now. Let me just see what the stock market's doing right now. Give me 1 second. Let's get up to date real quick here. Let's see where the market is. Give me 1 second here. 1 second. I thought I had it. Okay, it's right now the market's down 471 points. Lost 160 points Wednesday, lost 357 points Thursday, lost 531 points Friday, and is down 471 as we speak after dropping 1,100 points and then starting to rise. Will it I think that the people on Wall Street are thinking if they can get away with this day being no more than 500 points down, they'll take it. That's how volatile this entire world economy is looking like, all right? So I'll keep you up to speed. We will watch all of the events going on. Another explosion in Japan. Another explosion in Japan. Are you serious? Something biblical is going on here with the signs of the second coming of Christ, the rise of the beast, the Antichrist, the Illuminati. Are you saved? Give your life to Jesus. He's coming soon.